Adam Gramazen, better known as Adam22, the controversial podcast host and No Jumper creator, and his wife Lena the Plug, whose real name is Lena Necessin, are apparently heading toward a messy and complicated divorce after Lena made the shocking announcement by filing for divorce on June 1st, 2026.
Yeah,
everything.
I remember I brought this up last time. So you guys actually split your bills, which for a married couple is not very common.
Listen, relationship. Adam bought me a designer bag for like my first birthdays when I was with him, and I was like, whoa, like I freaked out. I just don't expect a guy to like pay for my life or spend that much money on me. I've always supported myself. I always had a job since I was like 15. And I told him, I was like, I'm going to buy a house. I don't know if you want to buy one, but I'm buying one and you can move in. And he was like, no, I'll buy it with you. And that's just kind of where it started from.
Which happened to be her birthday, without even hiring a lawyer to represent her in what could potentially become one of the most contentious and most public divorce proceedings in recent memory, given the absolutely unconventional nature of their relationship and the absolutely unique circumstances surrounding their marriage and their business empire. The news of the divorce filing came as a shock to many people in the internet community and in the content creation space, because Adam22 and Lena the Plug have been promoting themselves as one of the most successful couples in the history of digital content creation, with a massively popular podcast called Plug Talk, where they interview adult content creators and film stars, a hugely successful OnlyFans account that generates substantial revenue, and a seemingly impenetrable partnership that transcended traditional relationship dynamics and traditional marriage structures.
Right, but I'm just saying it's not like I was sitting in the corner because there's a whole narrative.
Okay, I don't think you're you gonna go with this?
Well, it does seem kind of stupid.
So there's thing is different because they're supposed to be weak and they want to be made to feel lesser, and I don't think that that's you. I think that there's like the more swinging side of things where it's like you are turned on by your wife enjoying someone, and then she comes back to you and you guys enjoy your own personal experiences more with each other because she did that.
I said, wait a minute, wait a minute.
However, the divorce filing has revealed that behind the scenes, the relationship had deteriorated significantly, and according to the divorce documents that were obtained by TMZ and made public, Lena and Adam had actually separated back on April 15, 2026, which means they had been living apart and had apparently ended their romantic relationship nearly 2 months before the public divorce filing was announced to the world. Do you believe that Adam22 and Lena the Plug's divorce is genuine and legitimate? Or do you suspect that this might be another publicity stunt designed to generate headlines and drive up subscriptions and views to their OnlyFans account and their podcast platform, similar to how they have orchestrated other controversies and other scandals throughout their career together in the content creation space? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because many people in the internet community are genuinely questioning whether this divorce is real.
Okay, so leading up to this, you co-signed this whole situation. It's not like she just went off on her own and decided to do this scene.
I helped her brainstorm this ingenious plan.
You guys put this plan together. So what led up to you being okay with this? Because you and I have had conversations about this before. We've talked about you doing scenes with her and how you might be okay with a guy, but it's never happened and so forth. So this was very much a left turn from our previous conversation.
But it's interesting you say that, because there was a clip of me on Andrew Schultz's podcast, Flagrant, where he asked me, would you ever do a scene with her and another guy? And I said no. But on your podcast, as well as on Academics, I had been asked the same question by you guys, and I had been a lot less, I hadn't necessarily closed the door on it. I was kind of like, maybe, potentially it could happen. I could see it, you know? But yeah, so it really like started to get conceptualized because me and her were kind of having a conversation one day about if we would ever swing on camera, which swinging, for people who don't know, would probably be me and her plus another couple, a guy and a girl, and then we switch. And so we would be having sex with each other's partners on camera. We talked about that at one point, and we decided that we thought that it was a pretty decent idea. And I kind of like wrapped my head around it in the sense of like, you know what? I think that I have reached the level of emotional maturity that I could see another guy's going into you, and I wouldn't be permanently scarred by it. Since, you know, the average guy, when you think about your wife or your girlfriend having sex with another dude, it creates, you know, a level of revulsion, I would assume, for the average guy. It's not something that you want to think about. But I decided that, you know, having been in the porn game for this long, that I was ready for us to take that step where she would be working with another guy. We're still going to do that swinging stuff, but I think that we decided that the thing that would probably garner the most attention would be her just doing a one-on-one scene with another guy. So yeah, I signed off on it. We had the conversation maybe a couple months before the wedding. Then we come home.
Oh, you guys talked about this before the wedding?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
We've been talking about it for a few months. And then we get married, we come back. We were maybe home from the honeymoon for like a month, and she ended up doing it. It was a Sunday. I was playing poker tournaments in the back house.
Or whether this is just another manufactured storyline designed to generate buzz and attention and viral moments that will drive traffic to their content and increase their revenue streams. What makes the divorce filing particularly interesting and particularly revealing?
Yeah. You went a little too solo, Skis.
What do you mean?
Johnny,
Alex,
Jason, Little
Yes.
D.
Normally when people get married, just a bunch of people on a...
I got your permission to all these men. You signed off. If you don't like the guy, you're not signing off.
But she just busted it out the other day. She's like, yeah, I'm going to retire in like 5 years. I'm like, damn, that's a life.
Is the details that Lena included in the court documents, which paint a picture of someone who does not have access to financial information and who is apparently financially dependent on spousal support despite being a successful OnlyFans creator with a massive following. According to the divorce documents that were filed with Los Angeles County, Lena claims that she does not have a job and that her only source of income is $3,000 per month in spousal support from Adam, which is an absolutely shocking claim given the fact that she is a highly successful content creator on OnlyFans with millions of followers and with a thriving and profitable business generating substantial revenue on a monthly basis. In the divorce documents, Lena wrote that she has absolutely no access to any financial resources in the marriage and that she has no actual financial information about what the couple is earning or how the money is being handled or where the money is going. And she specifically stated that all of the amounts that she entered in the divorce filing.
I guess we're doing this today. Hey, Jason Love, I trusted you to pork my wife. And it seems like that clout is getting to your head. You're talking real spicy and I ain't really feeling it. Number one, the angle of the dangle is more important than the cubic of the pubic. That's number one. Number two, my D game, when I'm serving it, man, it's just like your mom's home cooking because there's a special ingredient. It's called love. You ever heard of it?
Are estimates because she simply does not have access to the actual financial documentation and the actual financial records that would allow her to know exactly how much money the couple is making and how that money is being divided and distributed. This revelation is absolutely significant because it suggests that despite the couple's apparent success and apparent wealth and apparent thriving business empire, the financial control of the relationship was apparently entirely in Adam's hands. And Lena was apparently operating as a dependent partner with no visibility into how much money the businesses were generating and with no control over the revenue that she was personally generating through her own content creation and her own OnlyFans presence. This type of financial control and financial inequality in a marriage is often cited as a red flag for financial abuse. And Lena's claims in the divorce documents suggest that she may be arguing that Adam has significant financial control over her and that she did not have the ability to access information about the finances of the joint business enterprises that she was helping to create and monetize. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel because we're going to continue breaking down this absolutely messy and absolutely complicated divorce proceeding as more details emerge from the court filings and as the legal process unfolds. And we're going to analyze how the unconventional nature of their relationship and their business empire could make this divorce proceeding extremely complicated.
When you look at like the Google trend for my whole career, it's like everything else was kind of like not that big a deal. And then all of a sudden I let my wife with a dude. And it was like the biggest thing in my whole life, which obviously I get a lot of negativity about it, but it also was like probably the biggest payday that her or I ever got. And it would seem like the biggest deal in the world to the audience. So I don't know. I felt like it was part of like the sacrifice that had to be made for me to really like ascend to whatever I am now.
And extremely contentious. Subscribe if you want to understand the real issues that arise when couples attempt to build business empires together while simultaneously maintaining a romantic relationship, and how the failure of one can absolutely destroy and undermine the other in ways that create massive legal and financial complications. Another absolutely critical detail from the divorce filing is that Lena and Adam have a $1.1 million entertainment studio that they use for creating content and producing their podcasts and filming their adult content. And Lena is apparently seeking to receive half of this studio as part of the divorce settlement. This is particularly complicated because Adam uses this studio to produce his No Jumper podcast, which is his primary source of income outside of the joint ventures with Lena. And the studio is also the location where they create their joint Plug Talk podcast and their OnlyFans content. This means that if the studio is divided or if Lena gains ownership of half of the studio, the logistics of continuing to produce content in the same location could become absolutely nightmarish and absolutely complicated.
They've only had sex 2 times and it was both on camera, once on a boat, once in a hotel room.
Yes.
I would like for you to clarify that there was in no way any kind of emotional connection. This is not a date. No. This is not her boyfriend on the side. She's a happily married woman who is occasionally allowed to step outside into the streets and behave like a low down, dirty on camera. It's not, this doesn't trickle into our real life. It's just content.
Because Adam and Lena would have to figure out a way to continue working together and continuing to share the same physical space while they are simultaneously going through a divorce and dealing with all of the hostility and all of the animosity that typically accompanies a contested divorce proceeding. The timing of Lena's divorce filing on her birthday is also particularly interesting and particularly notable because it suggests that Lena may have made a deliberate choice to file on that specific date, either as a symbolic gesture or perhaps as a way to control the narrative around her birthday announcement and transform what would normally be a day of celebration into a day of major legal and personal significance. The fact that she filed without hiring a lawyer suggests that she either did not have the resources to hire a lawyer or that she deliberately chose to file pro se, which is a legal term meaning representing oneself in court without the assistance of an attorney.
What is going on? They be like, yo, whack, we understand that Adam allowed the thing to happen with the Jason Love dude. Like, they like, bro, his wife keep promoting promo clips. Are these old or new? So I don't be knowing what they talking about. I guess it's a lot of clips going up, something with you and him and her or something. And then,
yeah.
Are that old or is that new?
So, number one, they did do like a
bunch of content?
No, they did a meet and greet at a Hustler store.
How long ago was it?
Maybe a month ago. And while doing that, they shot a bunch of Instagram reels, whatever. They're playing on this viral content. But it has been discussed that in the future, you may see the 22ster, Lena the Plug, and Jason Love in a big old sex sandwich.
Listen, brother. As a brother, I'm telling you, don't do that.
Why?
I'm black.
That doesn't seem like it matters.
Okay, no, listen. No, listen, bro. I'm finna give you warning. Jason Love, I don't know you, but hey, this is my brother. I got to warn him. Look, bro. Dude lining you up.
He's lining me up.
I'm telling you, listen. He's gonna play possum on you. When that motherfucking camera come on, you gonna see the real him. And he gonna have you looking like some other shit. And I'm telling you as a brother, this podcast, don't do that.
Which could suggest either a gesture of independence or a lack of financial resources or perhaps a strategy to appear sympathetic to a judge by showing that she was forced to handle her own legal representation. Subscribe because what is absolutely shocking and absolutely revealing about this entire situation is that Adam22 and Lena the Plug continue to co-host their podcast episodes and continue to promote their content together even after they had apparently separated in April and even after Lena filed for divorce on June 1st. According to reports, they were still posting promotional pictures of new podcast episodes together on social media platforms. And Lena was still liking and commenting on Adam's posts, which suggests that either they are attempting to maintain the appearance of normalcy for business purposes, or they are actually playing games with the public and attempting to orchestrate a fake divorce narrative for publicity and for virality. What is particularly troubling about this situation is that Adam22's response to the divorce filing was to post on his Instagram stories that all black women who want to date him should DM him.
Why?
Bro.
What is the worst thing you think could come of it?
You gonna f around and get knocked out and your girl gonna get pounded out.
Do you think he's gonna knock me out in a room with multiple other people?
If it's you, him, and her, dude is gonna step it up times 10. This what black people do.
He's actually a very chill dude.
No, he not finna be chill. The minute you involved, dude gonna turn into some other shit, and you might take it personal, and if you try to react, he's gonna do some other shit and go viral. I'm telling you as a brother, I can't tell you what to let her do.
So
That's
you
your
think
wife.
I'm worried about him the shit out of her in front of me? That's kind of the whole point.
No, then he gonna have you looking like a peon, bro. Don't do this shit.
There's a guy I can bring up right now that me and Lena have shot with, whose dick, I'm not lying.
I don't give a fuck about none of that.
It would make this,
No, listen.
it's longer than this.
I'm not talking about none of that.
It's all good.
I'm talking about, this is the black dude you allowed to have a one-on-one with your wife, right? Now you saying, you gonna get involved, y'all gonna do a threesome, y'all two and her. His natural thing is to outperform you and make you look like a bozo.
To be fair, he's a professional who's been in the game a lot longer than me. Him outperforming me is almost a certainty. You seem like you're worried about that. I'm okay with that. I understand that's probably how this is going to go.
I'm being a brother to you, bro. Psychologically, I know you think you there.
I'm there.
This shit gonna have a
You're not gonna spook me. I don't give a
f- spook you, bro. I'm talking all this shit, bro. I respect you, and Lena's cool people. This shit ain't gonna help. It's gonna hurt.
Because he would buy them a car. And he also posted a picture of a wall that said the word freedom with Jay-Z's song Girls, Girls, Girls playing in the background, which is an absolutely callous and absolutely disrespectful response to a divorce filing from someone who he was married to and who he shares a 5-year-old daughter with. The fact that Adam responded to Lena's divorce filing by immediately publicly inviting other women to date him and by celebrating his divorce as if it was a liberation suggests that either Adam is completely oblivious to the sensitivity and the seriousness of the moment, or he is deliberately attempting to provoke Lena and upset her and create conflict and drama that will generate more headlines and more attention and more virality for both of their respective brands. The couple's marriage and their relationship became particularly notable and particularly controversial in 2023 when Lena collaborated with adult film star Jason Love on content, and when Jason Love boasted in an interview that he had obviously outperformed Adam22 in terms of physical performance, which prompted Adam22 to allegedly blacklist Jason Love and prevent him from collaborating with Lena again on content. However, the ban was apparently lifted at some point, and Jason Love was allowed to collaborate with Lena again, which suggests that the boundary setting and the control that Adam attempted to exert over Lena's body and Lena's choices was ultimately temporary and ultimately unsuccessful, and that Lena eventually made her own decisions about who she wanted to work with, regardless of Adam's objections or Adam's discomfort with the arrangement. Peace.